game is a long.
I'm just driving to my friends right now, listening to Daily Driven Porsche. He's like a really cool YouTuber. He's like a bluey. He was like a old diesel mechanic, and I think now he's like in his late 30s or early 40s. He's like a millionaire, but like super down to earth guy. I kind of look up to him indirectly. I think he pretty much inspired this channel too. But anyway, shout out to, I think his name's Chris, Daily Driven Porsche. You're an inspiration, brother. I want to be where you are one day. I messed up. I was on my way to my friend's to give him his Glenfiddich, right? And I stopped by Wendy's because I just needed a quick lunch. And now I'm freaking zonked. I got the biggie bag, which comes with a bacon double stack cheeseburger, fries, 4-piece nuggets, and a drink, and that's only $7. There's like $5 and $6 options, so you just change the sandwich, but like, dude, that's a ridiculous deal, so I couldn't resist. Got the Wendy's, and now I'm freaking zonked. Because I ate it all. I ate it all. The fries, half the ranch, 4 pieces of nuggets, and a bacon double stack. But I gotta pep it up because I'm about to see my friend. It's his birthday. Let me see if I can grab the Glenfiddich, show you guys. Look at this. Hopefully a cop doesn't see this. I got alcohol. Look at that. I was picking this out with Lily at Total Wine, and I was like, should I get the Glenlivet or the Glenfiddich? Because, you know, they're the two most popular scotches. And decided on the Glenfiddich because the box is sexy as hell. It's like a diamond, it's like a triangle. So the box is sexy, and then I took a look at the bottle. The bottle is sexy too. They're both supposed to be, both Glenfiddich and Glenlivet, they're supposed to be pretty like approachable beginner scotches. And I've never had scotch. I think I mentioned that earlier. And I've always wanted to try it. It's supposed to be like peat tasting, peaty, which kind of what differentiates it from all the other whiskeys. But like when I think peat, I'm thinking of soil. And so like, what does soil taste like? So I am both repulsed and intrigued. Am I intrigued enough to buy my own bottle? Maybe. I almost kept this one. This one was like $28, $30. I almost kept it, and then I was just gonna buy another one and give the other one to my friend. But maybe when I get in there, he'll crack it open and we can both taste it. So, I mean, I don't really think I want a whole bottle. I just want to like get the experience, and then if I like it, then I'll grab a whole bottle. But yeah, let's see where we go with our Scotch adventures. I think I mentioned earlier, this is my friend at Rolex that got me my Pepsi. So I'm gonna take a look around too, see if there's any cool new watches. Tudor has been putting out some big hitters lately. They got this new like super polished kind of dive watch Black Bay model, and it's got like the light blue dial, super summery, like a light baby blue, ocean blue. No, ocean blue is darker. Light blue, sky blue. I'm not really in a position to buy a new watch right now. You know, we're closing in a house. Got to pay that down payment, about 26 grand. No closing costs, by the way. If you guys want more details on that, check out the other real estate videos on the channel. But no new watches for a while. And if I'm gonna get one, it'll be a Cartier Tank because I've always dreamed of that watch. My whole family has Cartier watches, and me and my friend Zach, my best friend Zach, he lives in Seattle, we were supposed to get matching Cartiers, and he's bought a watch with me. I haven't bought a watch with him, and so it would be really cool as like a bro moment, super awesome memory to commemorate him when he graduates from his master's degree, and when I have some form of excuse to celebrate something and buy a watch. We will get together in a mutual city and get matching Cartiers. So that'll be down the line. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the rest of this video. I don't know if this is going to be a pre-stock or real estate talk or post-stock or real estate talk, but man, life is good, guys. Hopefully life is good for you guys. Real estate's going good, getting a new house. Stocks have been pumping, making lots of money. You know, we work hard, but we need a little bit of luck. And of course, don't forget, be grateful. I get to wear nice watches, get nice alcohol, drive a nice sports car, have nice sunglasses from Coach. And I really don't let a day go by that I'm not grateful for all this stuff. From every stoplight that I gun my car in sports mode and feel that 6-cylinder, all the horsepower running through the car and all the speed, I love it. I feel it, and I appreciate it. Every time I put on a nice Rolex or my nice Omega, I'm always appreciative of it. Whenever I have some good food, some sushi at a nice place, or our recent vacation in Monterey and Carmel, I am always grateful. Always grateful, man. So whether you guys are out there watching this or ahead of me in terms of financial wise, or still working your way up and you guys aren't exactly where I'm at yet, I am 100% sure there's something you guys can be grateful for out there. And so hopefully you take some time each day, that whenever you are experiencing those things that you can be grateful for, really, really soak it in, be appreciative of it, and use it as an inspiration to fuel you to do more and get more things to be appreciated for. So I'm gonna go see my friend, give him this Glenfiddich, and probably have a nice chat, as we always do every time I come there. Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm here at work, sneaking some time in. I got my protein ramen steeping right now. So while that thing is cooking, let's talk about SOFI. So today, SOFI finally crossed the $20 threshold. It is July 10th, Thursday. SOFI is up as of right now, 3.09%, price $20.84. And so, man, I don't really talk about SOFI much in this channel. I don't know why. I've been on the Fubo and the Nike kick, mostly because those are the two positions that I've been building the most the last few months. I've built a really sizable SOFI position in terms of percentage wise of my whole portfolio, and so it hasn't been on my mind as much as the other two. Plus, I've already been up on it pretty well. I'm already above 100% on SOFI. Actually, 160% I'm up. Cost basis is $8.03. So SOFI has been performing very well for me. In terms of dollar amount, looks like I got 7,000 in that one. I got 11.5, so just say 11 plus 7. So I have well over 20,000 bucks in SOFI just from all the growth. So fantastic performer for me, and I think SOFI is just in the beginning innings of what can happen with this company. So let's go on what's going on with SOFI. So currently, SOFI price, I talked about it, it's $20.80 plus cents. Current PE ratio right now is 50. It's in the low 50s, which is well warranted because the growth rates of SOFI is just insane, right? It's just quarter after quarter, it's just demolishing earnings. I think it was a quarter or two ago they beat earnings by 100%, which is ridiculous. They literally doubled what people thought it was going to be. And so what's the growth levers for SOFI right now? Well, let's talk about the macroeconomic first of all. SOFI is a bank, right? It's an online bank. And so how do banks make money? It's off of interests. How do banks make money off interest? Well, people have to borrow money, and then the money that they lend out, people pay it back with interest, and the interest payments on the money that they lend is how they make money. That's their profits. And so, of course, with interest rates being really high over the last few years, in the 6s, in the 7s, heck, it even climbed up to the 8s in some of the times. So people don't want to borrow money when interest rates are fucking ridiculous, right? And so banks haven't been putting out as many loans as they usually do. Well, what's going to happen in 2025? Interest rates are set to drop. I believe what the Fed has kind of hinted at is we're going to have 2 drops for the rest of 2025, once in September-ish and once in December-ish. Both are going to be 25 basis points or 0.25%. So that's just a total of 0.50% drop by the end of 2025. Is that what I think they're going to do? I don't think so. I think the reason why the Fed is doing that is, first of all, they don't want to ignite the economy too fast, so because it's going to get too hot, it's going to ramp up, and it's just going to cause disarray in the entire economy. It's going to destabilize it. And on top of that, we have the tariffs that are still not clear, and we still haven't gotten a deal done in terms of all the tariffs, especially with China. And so that's where the majority of the US goods are being made. And tariffs by nature are inflationary. They have an inflationary effect because if tariffs come into effect, consumer goods are going to be more expensive, and that increase in price of consumer goods means that the buying power of the dollar is going to be less because you'll be buying the same goods with more cash, right? Like, let's say like my Monster here is $3. If the tariffs on wherever country Monsters are made, God, I hope it's made in the US, but let's say it's made in China, it's $3 for this, but because there's a 25% tariffs, it costs 25% more to make, and in which case that price increase in manufacturing is going to get put onto the consumer, so it's going to be $4 now, so the buying power of the dollar just went down 25% if you're trying to buy Monsters in that case. And so to combat that inflationary effect, interest rates stay high. Wow, that was a really long digression from SoFi. Let's get back to SoFi. So once interest rates go back down, people are going to start borrowing money. And then once people start borrowing money, SoFi can have some profits off the interest rates off of those loans. More growth levers for SoFi. So obviously when interest rates go down, people are going to buy auto loans, which SoFi provides. They're going to buy houses, so they're going to have mortgage loans, which SoFi provides. People who bought houses when it was 6%, 7%, 8%, including me, they're going to want to refinance those mortgages to have a lower payment due to the lower interest rates, which SoFi provides. People who had student loans get taken out that were in the 6s and 7s, including me, they're going to want to refinance those to lower payments and lower interest rates, which SoFi provides. So essentially with all the products that SoFi provides, SoFi is going to be able to take advantage of all of the different loans that people may be taking once interest rates go down. Member growth. So in terms of member growth, that's what SoFi calls their customers. Members right now is at roughly 10.9 million. By end of 2025, they're expecting the member number to be in the 13 million or above. So pretty good growth. I believe that's about a 30% growth from year over year Q4 from 2024. So pretty good, right? 30% bump in the amount of people who are using their product. That's almost 1/3. Fantastic. So what's good about the members? Okay, so with SoFi, if they get a member, it's usually someone who is opening a checking account or a savings account, right? And once they become a member that way, well, let's say that person wanted to start investing, right? And first of all, SoFi, by the way, caters usually to the younger crowd, so the Gen Z millennial crowd, so people who are between the ages of 18 to 35. So the more tech savvy, more online based people, because SoFi is not a brick and mortar bank, only online. And so once SoFi gets someone to become a member through a checking or a savings account, let's say that person is like, oh man, I'm in my 20s and 30s, I should start investing. Well, then they'll open a SoFi brokerage account and start investing through that. Okay, well, let's say they're like, okay, it's time for me to buy a house. Well, they're already in the SoFi system, so they'll probably get a mortgage through SoFi. And they're gonna be like, man, the interest rates are going down, I should probably refinance my student loans. SoFi is one of the best, well, I don't want to say the best, but they're the ones that, out of everyone I've seen in the banking industry, is pushing student loan refinance products more than anybody else. And I think that's probably part of why SoFi is really, it's part of their campaign of targeting this particular age group, right? With their online only banking system, which caters to the young, and of course the student loan refinance products, which of course mostly caters to the young. And so we're going to have a lot of growth in terms of revenue sources for SoFi just from the interest rates going down and membership numbers going up. A really cool thing that I think caused the bump in price today, like I said, it's July 10th, that big bump, 3% plus, is SoFi just opened this new product that gives their members an opportunity for private market investments. By the way, I keep looking over here because I have my laptop open. I was doing the research for SoFi right before I started talking about this. So they gave SoFi members an opportunity to be able to invest shares in private companies, meaning they're not IPO, they're not publicly traded companies like on the stock market, on the stock exchange. So it's super cool because the private companies that are involved in this are OpenAI, which is like ChatGPT and all of that stuff, which is amazing. I didn't even know OpenAI wasn't a publicly traded company. SpaceX, going to Mars, and Epic Games. Epic Games makes League of Legends, which holds a special place in my heart. I used to play Epic Games, League of Legends back in the day. And now Epic Games' biggest product, let me take a look, is Valorant. Everybody plays Valorant, and League of Legends is still pretty successful and a constant stream of income for the company. So yeah, like that's a lot of good things that really SoFi is providing for their membership base. I mean, think about it. Look at those stocks. Look at those private companies that are involved in this this private market investment opportunity for SoFi members. OpenAI, SpaceX, and Epic Games. Who are the people who are interested in these kinds of stocks or these kinds of companies? Millennials and Gen Z. So I really love that SoFi is really narrowing their niche down to who we want our customers to be, and we are going to make it as attractive and as focused to our niche as much and as best as we can. It's online. It's catered to student loan refinance. We're going to give you a unique opportunity to invest in these high growth stocks that is really interesting to your age group. OpenAI, SpaceX, Epic Games. On top of that, SoFi just keeps destroying and destroying and destroying earnings after earnings after earnings, quarter after quarter, year over year. So I think SoFi at $20, 2x is really, really possible by the end of the year. I really think 2x is possible by the end of the year. I don't want to say it's a guarantee. Nothing is ever a guarantee in the stock market. But geez, once those interest rates go down, the tariffs get cleared up, and consumer sentiment gets better in terms of consuming in a big ticket type of things like auto loans and homes, mortgages, man, SoFi is just gonna go to the moon. So guys, it's not financial advice. It's not financial advice. Do your due diligence. Check out SoFi. I think it'd be a really good opportunity for all of us to invest in. Another 5x opportunity, I would say, in the next 2 to 3 years. 2x by the end of 2025. So give that 6 to 9 months. I think that 2x on that $20 will definitely be in the realm of high possibility. I'm already up 160%, so if we 2x that again, I'll be at the 320%, which is awesome. I might have to start a 300% club with all the stocks that I've invested in. I should make a stock hall of fame. One of these days, I'm gonna go back and see what are the stocks that have doubled. I've had a video like this before, but I should make like an official list of how much I made in terms of like percentage wise, and make a 2x club of all the stocks. That'd be really cool. And then maybe, who knows, if SoFi gets to that 300% or 200% plus, then I'll have a 3x club. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Comment down below what you guys think with SoFi and what's gonna happen with, like, you know, all the fintech stocks for the rest of 2025. I think they're gonna have a golden era with all the setup that's been building up over the last few months, and what's gonna happen for the rest of 2025. If you guys want to check out my beginner stock strategy video, I think it'll provide a lot of value, especially for you guys who are newer with investing. I'll link it in the description below. It helped me triple my money in my entire stock account, so hopefully you guys can take away some nuggets of wisdom from that video. Anyway, guys, like and comment, put any questions you guys have down there. I love replying to you guys' questions or any comments at all. We can have a conversation down there. Either way, do your due diligence, empower yourself to make more money, invest your extra dollars, and as always, let's make some money.